I'm going to do battery cables on my Herstolds today.
This is going to be my positive, but I'm going to have to take this boot off. It's pretty firm. I might have to cut it off. So I'm going to try to get that red boot onto here. And then yeah, I should be good to go. I can't find the end that I want for this battery cable, so I'm just going to use what I have already. I mean, it's going to work. It's just not what I want. Here's the ground. So I'm going to get the battery put in here in a little bit, but they look a little bit more at home. This car's not running very well, and all I really do with it is just move it back and forth, in and out. But I know that cap got some water in it, so I'm thinking it's just running poor from condensation that's never dried out. So if I can find it, we picked this thing up for 25 bucks. It comes with even a coil. So I don't know what was going on. I don't know if they were just trying to get rid of it, or maybe it's just really, really terrible. But we're gonna pop this on, and I'm getting barked at by a dog. Yep. He's got number 1 labeled. So, okay, all right.
All right.
You're really good at that.
Something like that.
That's so dumb. Extreme output, whatever that means. That's great.
Yes. Okay, count the revolutions.
1, 2.
And that's about 3/4. So
Yeah.
that's 2 3/4 lock to lock.
Yeah. Go down. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 3/4 is.
Yep. Okay, so that's a quick ratio.
Yep.
Well, we did another Stewart Warner gauge install.
I'm about to pull out the dash. I should have done that prior to taking out the HVAC box, but it came out fine. I'm gonna use some products, clean it out really good. I'm probably not gonna bother trying to clean out all of these AC components just because the compressor's dead. Really, the air conditioning system, it's charged, but it does need to be pretty much completely rebuilt. The dash is out. What I'm going to try to do is consolidate, get rid of some of this wiring that I don't need. Like right here, this is for the ECM. I got a speaker wire somewhere that I had to run, and yeah, I think it's this one. No, maybe it's not. Maybe it is. So I got some wiring I got to clean up. I'm going to try to do all that. Really just try to make it more sanitary so I can work on it. I don't even know what this thing does. Here's the inside. It's just a complete mess. Yeah, do stuff. Here's what I got done so far. Pretty much I took out all the ECM stuff and the cruise control. I'm still working on it. I'll probably put a little bit more electrical tape on some areas. The neutral safety switch, I'm going to use this for torque converter lockup. Yeah, that's all the... Okay, this is backup lights right here. The neutral safety switch is linked into all the ECM stuff. So I'm not quite sure how they had it wired up, but I believe that's the power wire, that red one, or orange, I don't know. And then, yeah, it was linked up all the way to over here. I think this is a vehicle speed sensor, but I'm just gonna have to pull up a schematic. Yeah, stuff. I got some of these labeled just in case I ever have to put them back in. I got some of this foam I'm gonna use at some point to help, well, put foam back on all the ducting and whatnot. But I got this stuff. It's just the evaporator cleaner. That's good enough. Then I'll let that, I'll just let that soak, then I'll just rinse it. It's fine. What I'm doing now is I'm cutting out the inner structure of this hood. Just kind of help lighten it up a little bit. I already started on this side. I had to switch out Dotco or cutoff wheels. There's some spot welds out here. I just kind of aimlessly drilled them out. Other than that, this is loose. That looks awesome. That's a pool now. Great. I'm about to start getting my heater box thrown in. I got a new gasket. Those clips that go around the perimeter of the box, make sure you keep those. I was able to just use 2 flathead screwdrivers to get those ones that are expanded out. That's what I used to get those out. But they do not come with this gasket, so keep these, try to preserve them. Don't just pitch them and throw them away. Here's some, I just got an assortment of foam. I've already laid some foam down in areas. This stuff, it's a little too thick, but it'll be fine. It compresses a lot, so I'm not worried about that. What I'm gonna try to get done today, I'm gonna try to get, the box installed and then pretty much the dash, pretty much do everything, and then tomorrow I'll probably go and throw the fender on. Definitely going to be a long haul. I don't like this car being torn apart like it is, but it's what happens. I wanted to take a shot of all the foam I got laid down. Definitely doesn't look OEM. This is going to bunch up a lot when I go to put the top on. But other than that, I mean, that's what I have available, so I'm going to use that. I got a bunch of foam stuff down in here that does tend to blow out. This is what I used, but over time, that will just blow out. I got some other tape I can use. I did have to patch. I had a big hole right there. I did patch that from both sides. It's also got a crack going all the way down along here. I used some of this. That is just like asphalt tape or HVAC tape. Okay. Taking a little bit of a break right now. I got pretty much all the HVAC hooked back up, well, except for the wiring. I'm not there yet. The dash is in, but I'm slowly hooking that up. The dash is in and the fuse panel is bolted up too. So I'm just kind of working my way up. I'm gonna have to solder some wires for the alarm system too. Oh yeah, there's that car. It's another day. I'm still working on this. I just got done putting the fender on. It still has a kind of a big gap up here, which it had a really big gap before I even took it off, but it could be aligned a little bit better. Hood's back on. It definitely kind of makes a little bit more noise when you go to close and open it. What I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to take the trunk lid off. I'm going to cut out all that inner structure too. This, it doesn't look like it has all of that foam adhesive that the hood got. So this actually might come out a lot better. I already have that trunk light pulled. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I laid out a line around the perimeter where I want to cut the sheet metal out. And now I got to go buy more cutoff wheels. So make sure, you know, keep an account like where your dome light's going to mount. Or not your dome light, but your trunk light. You want to stay away from, you want to try to stay away from where, you know, the hinges mount up to, or at least leave some meat on there. So yeah, I need to go buy some more cutoff wheels now. I was cutting away here, then I started running into a rat's nest right there, so I'm really excited for that. That's awesome. Maybe there'll be one over here. I got the inner structure out. There it is right there. I was wrong. It has a bunch of those. I just used a torch and a putty knife to get all that off. Now I'm just gonna vacuum it all out, get what I can out, and then since it's upside down, it'll probably be easier to vacuum it all out now. And then I'll get it installed back on the car, and I'm gonna probably weigh both of the inner structures that I took out, see if this is even worth it. We're gonna weigh the inner and the outer structure that I just cut out of the hood and the trunk lid, or whatever. Gonna make sure this is zeroed out. That's good enough. Okay, this weighs about 6 or 7 pounds. Yeah. That's the rear. This weighs about 9 pounds. Of course, the results might vary. Yeah, it's not very much weight. That's like, what, 15 pounds? I mean, that's 15 pounds. So, yeah, great. This is the final segment of the video. I got all my stuff put back in. I cleaned up the cross member a little bit. Still kind of dirty, but if you saw what it was before, there's a lot of room for improvement. Here's the interior. I got my transmission gauge. Got some of the wires zip tied. Also this, it was kinking a little bit, so I made sure I had a little bit of slack. Here's a Stewart Warner speedometer. That's the only gauge I can get. Stewart Warner does have another line pressure gauge, but this is the one I got. Well, that video's blurry. Yeah, there you go. Okay, anyways, bye.